Hello, my name is Mr. Pawar. I will be the new head of physics from September, and I'm going to give you an introduction on why choosing A-level physics in year 12 at Samuel Whitbread Academy. I'm going to start off with showing you a short video on physics. Okay, so why are we here? So to get the best A-level physics grade as possible, and to teach you as much interesting physics as possible, building up on your knowledge that you obtain from GCSE, and trying to introduce you to university level physics and engineering. Trying to link it to real life application. So we're going to try and do some stuff beyond the classroom, such as projects. So you can actually apply the physics to real life applications and set you up for study and life skills for university and gainful employment. So got to develop your soft skills and your hard skills during the academic years of teaching level physics. So there are three key purposes to the contents of the course. So first of all, you got your knowledge. So you've had to learn the 24 equations at GCSE. So make sure you memorize them off by heart. At A level, you will get a formula sheet, but the thing is with the formulas, they don't tell you what the letters mean. So you need to memorize what the letters mean for each of the equations given. And some of the letters are used more than once. So I advise you to try and look at the A level physics equation sheet and then start looking into memorizing some of them, because it'll be quite handy when come to the exams. If the equations are in your head, then you're saving seconds here and there, which adds up to minutes. So enable you to try and get much of the paper finished on time. Skills, so problem solving, graph skills, and link theories. Practical skills are quite important because they account for about a third of your final grade. So make sure you recap your practical skills and make sure you look up some of the practical skills that you'll be doing next year. So you can Google A-level physics AQA practical handbook. So there are 12 required practicals that you have to do at A-level. These required practicals are important because some of the skills you develop in these practicals will be used in your exam papers. So the A-level syllabus is assessed in three ways. You've got three different papers. Your first paper will cover the traditional AS contents and also simple harmonic motion and circular motion. Paper two, you have to know all of the physics. So for paper two, it will cover the whole 2-year contents of the knowledge that you've gained. And for paper three, it's the practical skills and also the optional unit. So the two options that we'll be looking at are engineering physics. Engineering physics is first year degree level physics, so it's quite challenging and it's more for the more maths abled students. And then we'll also be looking at astrophysics, which is for people who are interested in space, but it's less maths orientated and more theory orientated, so enable those kind of students. There will be an assessment each month. It will take place at the end of the month, and it's going to be under exam conditions. This is done to make sure that you're continuing to have experience of exam conditions, and also helping me to, and the rest of the physics team, to determine how well you're progressing within the physics course. Every test that you'll have will be based on everything you've covered since day one, so continually revisiting previous work, so when you come up to the real exams you shouldn't have much to revise because you've covered most of the contents. So there's 2 course books for this course. There's the official one, which is AQA Physics, published by Oxford Press, and the second book, which is much easier to understand and more flowing in terms of the knowledge and also concepts, and helping you with tips on where students struggle with certain topics, which is the CGP student book. So I advise you to get the student book, which is the complete A-level course for AQA. The school can get it for £18, but if you want to buy it, the recommended retail price is £38, but it might be cheaper on Amazon or some other place. So if you want to start getting a head start, get the student book so you can start reading ahead. Okay, all right, so the classroom etiquette. So when you come into the classroom, before you come to the classroom, make sure you line up outside, because sometimes there might be equipment in the classroom, so for health and safety reasons you need to wait outside until the teacher appears. Right, please adhere to the seating plan. We have a seating plan, so some of you will be stronger than others, some of you are better at some topics than others, and so the reason you're sitting in certain places is that you can help each other to develop the skills that you need to progress in physics. Stand behind the chairs and don't sit down until instructed to. Each lesson, please be organised. Please make sure you bring basic stationery such as a pen, pencil, ruler, calculator, and highlighter and different coloured pens. Also advise you to bring revision cards. So as you go through the lessons, you can start making up your revision cards. So instead of piling up all the last minute pressure of revision, if you already made these revision cards as you go along, it's going to reduce some of the burden towards the end of the course. Okay, so make sure you bring your equipment, or you're going to get equipment codes. No headphones at any time. Please be focused during the lesson. Also, be prompt to lessons. So if you're late, wait by the door. The reason you need to come on time, because again, teaching physics is like a story. If you miss one part of the story, you're not going to get the understanding of the overall picture of how things are developed theory-wise and concept-wise and contents-wise. So try to be on time so we don't have to basically repeat ourselves, and we can try and cover the course with sufficient time. Please try to have 100% attendance, because if you miss one lesson, you're missing a topic that might turn up in the exam, and that could make a big difference, because when it comes to the exam, although you've got to learn everything, not everything turns up. And if that one topic you missed turns up, then you're going to lose quite a lot of marks. Okay, and then make sure you keep your place tidy. Make sure all loose work is securely fastened in your folders. Okay, so work ethic. So you're going to be in sixth form now, and there's more of a shift towards independent study. So you need to be focused in your self-study learning and try to do original work. It's not good copying off each other, because you're not going to learn. If you do still get stuck and you need to get help from someone else, or rather you prefer you to write on the side that got help with this question. So then for me or the physics teachers, we know which type of questions you struggle with, because if you're not honest with yourself, then we can't help you progress, because we don't want to come to an assessment and then you don't do well because you got totally stuck on this topic and you didn't ask for help. Okay, so if you get stuck, always ask for help. Never leave a problem until the end, since again, as the topics go along, the exam questions assume that you've got a holistic understanding of physics. So if you don't understand one concept and it links into another concept, you won't be able to approach a question with ease. Okay, so assessments are important, so please revise and prepare. There'll only be one retest, which will be after school, and the grade boundaries will be shifted by 10%. Okay, so failure to show progress will result in you being removed from A-level physics. So please work hard, because we want to make sure you get to the end of the course with really good grades. Okay, so you're going to notice that you're going to have more independent study time now at sixth form. So you need to use it wisely. You need to be flexible, and you need to start showing that you can be proactive and independent and go beyond what's the minimum homework that's set by the teacher. So for example, you might do some questions in the textbook, you might do some independent project or group project, because that will enable you to apply the physics skills you learn in a lesson to real life application. You might ask for extension work to help you expand your learning, or you might ask one of the physics teachers for some one-to-one support. So you need to be proactive to make sure that you're trying to do the best you can in physics. Okay, and then there'll be regular work scrutiny to make sure that you are keeping on top of your studies of physics. Okay, so beyond the classroom, there are a few options that we might be looking into. So there's a thing called CANSAT, which is run by the European Space Agency. So this is simulating an engineering project that's covered over a 6-month period, and it's launching, basically simulating a mini satellite launched and then dropped from a few hundred kilometers. And then as it drops, you've got to carry out some science experiments and then receive the transmission and analyze the data. Another competition that is possible is the UK Rocketry Challenge. So basically you've got to build a rocket to get to a target altitude and return to the ground within a specific time and make sure that the payload survives in one piece. There's also British Physics Olympiad. So this is more for trying to challenge yourself to try and definitely get the A's and A stars. So doing these types of questions, which is written by Oxford and Cambridge, it'll enable you to have a go at more challenging questions that you'll get compared to what you do at A-level. And then we'll also look into the possibility of looking at the physics of roller coasters at Alton Towers. There'll also be some other activities as well. So to get you ready for September, there will be some summer work. One book that you could obtain is the Head Start for A-level Physics. It's about a few pounds. So you can use that to do some pre-work to make sure you excel in physics. And then also you're going to get a pack, which is called Physics A-level Summer Work. So make sure you complete this, go through all the questions, and then bring it in on your first day at your lesson at year 12. And then I'll give you the mark scheme so you can self-mark it and see how well you progressed. So hope to see you in September and looking forward to teaching you A-level physics. Thank you.